11 News starts with breaking news.
Good afternoon, everyone. Breaking right now, Governor Tom Wolf just released new details about how Pennsylvania will reopen.
Channel 11's Rick Earl just stepped away from the governor's update, and he joins us live now at the breaking news desk. Rick?
Yeah, Gordon, Peggy, the governor just wrapped up a phone call with reporters. He says the state will begin reopening some areas on May 8th, and he also said some businesses will be able to resume as early as May 1st. Now, the first areas to reopen in the state will be those with fewer cases like north central and northwestern Pennsylvania. He also said that construction will be allowed to resume on May 1st. The governor also detailed his three-phase approach to reopening the state that he released last night. He says he's relying on a formula of an average of fewer than 50 new cases per 100,000 residents during a 14-day period. But he also reserved the right not to reopen counties that are adjacent to counties with higher numbers of cases.
What I'm trying to do is create a reasonable and logical and informed reopening strategy. It has to be one that is sensitive to the possibility that we move too quickly. If we do that, then we do have and have reserved for the state the ability to backtrack.
Now, the governor also acknowledging that testing in some rural areas might be lagging and therefore not present a clear picture. He did say again, as you just heard him, if numbers start to spike, he will close those areas down. Of course, I'll be going through the governor's reopening plan and have much more coming up tonight starting at 5 o'clock. That is the very latest. Reporting live at the breaking news desk, Rick Earl, Channel 11 News.
All right, thanks, Rick. Also breaking right now, Allegheny County says the coronavirus death toll is lower than they previously thought. The county says 5 of the deaths reported yesterday were actually duplicates. The death toll now stands at 69. 61 new cases were reported today, bringing the county total, I should say, to 1,149. Today's increase in cases is due to a laboratory adding results to the system in a batch, reflecting tests conducted over several days. Also breaking at noon, 26 million people have now filed for unemployment since the pandemic began. That is about 16% of the workforce, according to the Pew Research Center. 4.4 million Americans filed first-time claims this last week. The Labor Department says in just 1 month, the coronavirus has erased all job gains since the Great Recession. We have much more coronavirus news to bring you today, but first, showers will be moving in over the next few hours.
Severe Weather Team 11 meteorologist Scott Harbaugh joins us with the latest tracking on some steady rain. Scott?
Yeah, some of that rain's going to be pretty heavy, especially late this afternoon into this evening. Live look into downtown Pittsburgh right now. Just the cloudy skies. Temperatures bounced all the way to 59 degrees, so a nice, comfortably mild afternoon. But you can already see the rain on Storm Tracker Doppler 11 radar. A couple sprinkles making their way into southwestern Greene County right now. And look at all the rain back to the west. That's what's going to start rolling in later this afternoon and into this evening. So if you want to get the kids outside, shake off a little bit of that cabin fever this afternoon, earlier, much better than later. I'm tracking how much rain you can expect to see, plus how much of your weekend is going to be dry. Updated Storm Tracker coming up in minutes.
If you're wondering how we're going to know when we're ready to advance the reopening process in Pennsylvania, Governor Wolf says the state is partnering with Carnegie Mellon to figure that out. They're developing what they call a data-driven support tool. In just the last few minutes, I should say, CMU unveiled its COVID Cast site. And that will include 5 interactive maps that show real-time information on symptoms, doctor visits, medical visits, and web searches related to COVID-19. Carnegie Mellon will provide critical information on health and economic status, as well as the risks and benefits to easing restrictions.
The administration was not ready to include funding for our heroes, our health care fire.
Capitol, where lawmakers will vote on another relief bill, and that's going to be happening this afternoon. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Jacqueline Fell explains how lawmakers will vote safely.
A popular small business loan program that shut down last week because it ran out of money is about to get a cash infusion.
The gentleman from Massachusetts is recognized.
The House, with many members wearing masks and a limited number allowed on the floor, is expected to pass legislation today that would pump more money into the Paycheck Protection Program. It's designed to keep small businesses from shutting down and their workers from going on unemployment during the pandemic. This time around, though, there's more of an effort to help women and minority-owned businesses. Female owners say they've struggled to get help despite owning about 42% of all small businesses.
We run the economy. We employ people. We make things move. And to be hung out to dry like this and totally forgotten about, it makes me feel unappreciative.
The relief bill will also help overwhelmed hospitals and expand coronavirus testing. The president has signaled his support. Reporting outside Washington, Jacqueline Fell, Channel 11 News.
We know many of you have jobs that are impacted by this crisis, so we invite you to join us on Sunday for our streaming special, The State of Unemployment. We're going to be speaking with lawmakers about the overloaded system and what is being done about that. Again, that's Sunday, 8 o'clock on WPXI Now.
The AARP of Pennsylvania wants greater transparency about the spread of COVID-19 in nursing homes. The group sent a letter to Governor Tom Wolf demanding answers like which specific facilities have cases and making sure nursing homes have enough staff and PPE to prevent the spread. Right now, the state lists the number of nursing home cases per county, but does not go into specifics about each facility.
Meanwhile, the Trump administration is now requiring nursing homes to report COVID-19 cases directly to the CDC and to the families of residents. This comes after reports show more than 50,000 residents and staff at nursing homes have been infected around the country. Our Washington, D.C. bureau spoke one-on-one with the administrator of the federal agency that oversees nursing homes.
Even though the nursing home industry themselves had recommended that there was more information being given about COVID virus spread in the nursing homes, that just wasn't happening. And so that's why we took this extra step.
The new regulation says nursing homes can be fined starting at $1,000 if they don't comply.
I've tried really hard to, up to this point, just stay without just
A local business owner choking back tears after a fire tore through his shop last night. It is the last thing anyone needs right now, as businesses are already struggling because of the coronavirus. Channel 11's Liz Kilmer went back to the scene today and found out the community is already coming together to help.
All morning long, friends and fellow business owners have been dropping by to see what they can do to help the owner of Yinzer's. This guy here helping to clean up the broken glass that came from the second and third stories as flames tore through. Pools of water and merchandise damaged by smoke. All sad sights for Jim Cohen, owner of Yinzer's in the Berg, who never expected to face a fire. The smoke billowed high above the heart of the district shortly after 8 Wednesday night as flames tore through the third floor of the building, shooting through the roof. Channel 11 was there as firefighters spent more than an hour getting things under control. One hurt his shoulder and was taken to the hospital. Jim stood by, devastated, but determined to rebuild. We asked him this morning what people can do to help.
You know, support us after. You know, support us, just, you know, like they have. I mean, I got texts and phone calls from people all over the world. So it makes me feel good that, you know, and Pittsburgh's such a wonderful place. Everyone, you know, all the business owners were here yesterday, you know, give me air hugs and say we're here for you, and that means the most to me.
And fellow business owners are already getting together to see what they can do to help Cohen. More on their efforts, and you'll hear from one of them in a report I'm working on for 5. In the Strip District, I'm Liz Kilmer, Channel 11 News.
The 4-alarm fire in the Strip District was the second big fire in the city in the last 2 days. Officials say it's been very taxing for crews.
Having to worry about the virus and wearing masks and social distancing. So, I mean, I think it's important that the public knows that the first responders, police, fire, and EMS are still out there, you know, doing their job day to day.
This was the scene Tuesday night on Wycliffe Street in Lawrenceville. This fire quickly destroyed 3 homes, which are in the process of being torn down now. The Red Cross is offering help to the families, and no one was hurt.
Thousands of businesses are preparing to reopen tomorrow in certain states. The Georgia governor is facing criticism for allowing businesses like hair salons and movie theaters to reopen, even as the state's death toll from the coronavirus tops 800. President Donald Trump says he disagrees with the move.
just too soon. I think it's too soon. I told the governor very simply that I disagree with his decision.
I think we're going to have to continue to trust our business community to do the right thing.
Safety measures will be in place at those businesses, like temperature screenings, staggered shifts, and social distancing. Oklahoma, Florida, and South Carolina are also beginning to reopen. New at noon, take a look at all these supplies. Community groups collected these essential items to distribute to neighborhoods in need this morning. Channel 11's Mike Holden talked to organizers about their motivation to give back.
The coronavirus pandemic is not stopping the Pittsburgh community from giving back in a big way. Two organizations have partnered up to stuff these trucks full of supplies for those who need it most. The essentials are hard to come by during this time of uncertainty. So Coppers Pittsburgh joined the Urban League of Greater Pittsburgh to collect all of this. We are talking toilet paper, paper towels, soap, and a whole lot of hand sanitizer. They filled this room with boxes and boxes of goods. Crews then worked to stuff these Pitt, Ohio trucks. We watched from a distance as they carried out box after box of items. It's all part of the All One Pittsburgh campaign. Copper's CEO asked employees and community partners to donate items and lend a helping hand, working together as one unit. The supplies will be given out to neighborhoods in the city that are often forgotten about, places where it's nearly impossible to find the essentials to stay safe during this pandemic.
It's important for us to embrace and understand that we are all one community, and that we need to do everything that we can to equalize us as a community, as a city.
It's these communities that are really most at risk, and so to get these goods in their hands, the hardest to get goods for hygiene and disinfection and things like that, it's incredibly important.
And in addition to these boxes of goods, financial donations are also being collected. For the full details, head over to WPXI.com and the WPXI News app. And starting at 5 o'clock on Channel 11 News, the master plan behind the organization, why they say this is truly the first step. Reporting downtown, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
And an app on your phone, that's all it takes.
The science behind a coronavirus tracking ring that is anything but simple.
And a dire warning from Medicare and Social Security when the programs expect to run out of money.
Plus, we're getting a better understanding of how the pandemic is impacting Pittsburgh International and the people who keep it running.
Channel 11 Morning News and the Breaking News Desk keep you informed on coronavirus. Our anchor brings you the newest updates that happened overnight and explains the impact on your family.
It will put direct payments into your pocket.
Watch Channel 11. WPXI Now, your source for original local shows. Get the inside scoop on all the hot events, entertainment, and celebrities in and around Pittsburgh every week. Stream Access Pittsburgh on demand anytime on WPXI Now. Watch Catherine Amenta and Gordon Lesh on Channel 11 Morning News.
For the first time in weeks, the parking lot at Pittsburgh International Airport was full. Not because of people trying to catch a flight, but for hungry families in need of food. Our Renee Wallace explains how the COVID-19 pandemic is impacting more than travel.
It is not exaggerating to call the airport these days a ghost town. Get this, normally some 26,000 passengers would pass through the airport each day. Right now I'm told that's down to 400 or 500. The first thing you see is what you don't see, the cars. No more packed parking lots greet you at Pittsburgh International. Short-term parking is the only lot that hasn't been closed, and it appeared empty.
The parking lot's empty. It's almost creepy.
Once inside the landside terminal, the view remains the same. Ticketing, baggage, empty. What jumps out at you right away, though, are the shuttered storefronts. Only 9 of the 75 restaurants, stores, and businesses here remain open.
Very sad. Very, very sad.
Another business closed its doors for good today. Longtime airport employee Nancy Watt out of a job.
I work for a massage bar, and due to all this going on, we're unfortunately shutting down.
I'm traveling back home to see my family. I'm a truck driver, and we're based out of Salt Lake City, Utah, so I was able to come home for a little bit.
We saw way more airport employees than passengers, so finding one to interview wasn't easy. How do you feel about flying during the time of COVID?
I still feel pretty safe. I mean, mind you, I've been driving across the country in a truck, so I mean, for me, it's like, yeah, just another day.
We found out that some airlines like Delta are handing out Ziploc bags to passengers. This one has a set of gloves inside and packets of Purell hand sanitizer. It isn't happening here at the Pittsburgh airport, but passengers told us other airports are screening passengers at the security checkpoint.
They asked, do you have a fever? Have you been in contact with somebody who has corona? That sort of thing.
Some airport workers told me today it's not unusual to see only 1 or 2 passengers every few hours. Reporting from Pittsburgh International, I'm Renee Wallace, Channel 11 News.
The federal government's 2 biggest programs, Medicare and Social Security, are running out of money. According to trustees who run the programs, Medicare will run dry in 6 years, and in 5 years, Social Security will only be able to pay 79% of benefits, and they say the pandemic is a big reason why. That's because with more than 20 million people being laid off, their employers are no longer sending payroll taxes to support the 2 programs.
Volunteers with sewing machines are helping keep Pittsburgh police safe during the pandemic. Workers and customers at Gloria's Sewing Studio in Castle Shannon made 1,000 masks, and they gave them to officers yesterday. Those masks are reversible. One side is black. The other, though, has an image of Pittsburgh.
They said it just made them feel good that they were involved, that they were doing something for people.
We're so grateful because we would have run out of masks, the disposable ones, and we're still waiting on an order.
You can get involved, too, if you want to buy a kit or get more information. Just go to our WPXI News app.
New video shows a violent tornado that ripped through Oklahoma. You're looking at Durant, Oklahoma, where that tornado can be seen making its way across the road here. 5 people were killed and dozens more were hurt when powerful storms hit the region yesterday. And these aerials show the damage in Texas. People whose homes were destroyed are taking shelter at a school gymnasium in another town because of power outages.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Today we definitely have a lot of cloud cover already across the region. Some of that cloud cover fairly thick. Live look at our PennDOT cameras right now. This is Crosstown Boulevard, and the cloud cover is going to thicken up again throughout the day today. Let's look at I-79 Carnegie right now. Roadways dry. Rain showers not quite into the area just yet, but just starting to make their way into our extreme southwestern communities. Notice the rain back through Ohio, and this extends all the way back through southern Indiana, central Illinois, so several hours of rain once it begins in your neighborhood later this afternoon into early this evening. Not looking at a widespread flooding potential, but the possibility is there. 1 or 2 spots could see some stream or some creek rises, especially south of Pittsburgh with some of that heavier rain. Visible satellite, it's all cloud cover, so sunshine doused right now will become even thicker as far as the afternoon goes. And look at the difference in temperatures. 56 degrees right now in Butler, 59 in Pittsburgh, Morgantown at 62. Nice southern push of air. That's getting those temperatures up at least closer to where we should be for this time of the year. Taking the pups out this afternoon earlier, definitely better than later. Later you'll need the umbrella, and they'll probably want to make quick work of it. 60 degrees at 5 o'clock, 55 by the time we get to 8 o'clock tonight. Could be a quick thunderstorm or two this evening, especially south of I-70. Again, not expecting severe weather, but a thunderstorm possible in a couple of spots as we head toward the evening hours. Here's Storm Tracker this afternoon. Comes the rain into the area. Notice by the time we get to about 6 o'clock this evening, some of that rain fairly steady, especially from Pittsburgh west and Pittsburgh south. Waves of rain overnight tonight into first thing tomorrow morning as we're hitting the air live on Channel 11 Morning News at 4:30 tomorrow morning. Notice the heaviest of the rain already east of Pittsburgh, but we'll still see some showers during the morning hours, and then we'll wrap that out during the midday. Just a spotty shower or two tomorrow afternoon. And again, if you have plans tomorrow afternoon, you want to get outside, get that walk in, get some exercise in, a couple quick showers, but most of the afternoon will be dry. 60 for the high temperature tomorrow with the morning rain, then isolated showers during the afternoon. Notice the rainfall forecast through the weekend. This includes this afternoon through Sunday afternoon. Most of the area is solid 1 to 2 inches of rain. Some areas south of I-70 could pick up a little more than 2 inches of rain. Your weekend always in view. 64 on Saturday. Late day showers, maybe a thunderstorm. Cooler Sunday. Only 50 degrees, and that's if we're lucky. Chief Meteorologist Stephen Cropper will have some updated numbers tonight and updated timing on the rain tonight on Channel 11 News at 5 and 6 o'clock. Monday, partly cloudy and 54 degrees.
All right, thanks, Scott. Preparations are already underway for a fall flu and COVID season. What local hospitals and the CDC need all of us to do.
And it's a first where cats are testing positive for the coronavirus.
Channel 11's experienced team of investigators is committed to getting you answers about coronavirus, providing in-depth coverage to help you understand the local impact of this global story.
The governor says everyone should now wear a mask when out in public.
As if some of those negative tests are actually positive.
And promising to keep facts ahead of fear.
Scammers are good at taking advantage of a crisis, and this is no different.
Count on 11 Investigates on Channel 11 News.
Followed by NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
There is new concern about the coronavirus and our pets after 2 cats tested positive. The cats are from separate parts of New York State. They are the first known pets to have the disease in the U.S. In the first case, no one in the household had the virus, and in the second, the cat's owner tested positive first. The 2 cats are expected to recover.
Your biggest concern is definitely people more than pets. And if your pet does have it, you probably gave it to them.
8 lions and tigers at the Bronx Zoo also have tested positive, and earlier this year, a dog with the virus died in Hong Kong. So, should you worry about this? Well, Dr. Anthony Fauci says no. When asked about the cats at yesterday's White House briefing, he said there is no evidence that pets can transmit the virus to people.
Meanwhile, the coronavirus is being blamed for a drop in animal adoptions in the Pittsburgh area. According to the Tribune Review, there are fewer animals available. That could change, though, during kitten season. That's the breeding season that starts in the spring and then floods shelters with homeless or unwanted cats.
The Steelers will donate funds to the Salvation Army and United Way as part of the NFL's Draft-a-thon. Beginning today, you can donate through the NFL's website or with a text message. More than 250,000 people, or $250,000, excuse me, will be distributed with help from the Rooney family and several partners.
Zoom is upgrading encryption features to put safety concerns to rest. The video conferencing app has surged in popularity as millions are forced to stay at home. But it has faced criticism for not having what is called end-to-end encryption of its chat sessions. That's what has led to Zoom bombing, where people who are not invited crash meetings. Just slip it on your finger and you could detect coronavirus. How a ring developed by a local doctor could find coronavirus before you even show any symptoms.
I guess there was like something going on with the cards or something.
He can't access his unemployment benefits. Neither can people in 18 other states. Why one bank may be to blame.
During this time of crisis, Pittsburghers always come together.
Racks of clothing and piles of toys are sitting outside Rocky's Cafe for anyone who needs them.
Give them a movie or a book, help them out a little bit.
Channel 11 salutes the helper.
happening near you, Channel 11 is there.
Aliquippa, Coraopolis, Moon.
We cover news everywhere you live.
That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, Butler.
For news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News at 5.
Severe weather coverage where you live
on Channel 11 News.
Breaking right now, the State Health Department just announced 69 more people have died from the coronavirus.
There are nearly 1,400 confirmed deaths in Pennsylvania, but the state is also tracking the number of people who most likely died from COVID-19. That number will be released later today. There are more than 1,300 more cases in Pennsylvania since yesterday, bringing the state total to just over 37,000. Here at home, there are 319 cases in Beaver County, 164 in Butler, almost 100 in Washington, and 307 cases in Westmoreland County. And you can see all the updated numbers scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Well, grab the umbrella if you're heading out today because showers are going to be moving through our area over the next few hours. Severe Weather Team 11 meteorologist Scott Harbaugh joins us live to time out this rain. Scott?
Yeah, you're going to get some good use out of that umbrella later today and really the next couple of days. Live storm tracker Doppler 11 radar, a couple of light showers working into Greene and Monongalia County. You can see how far this stretches back into Ohio, so pretty good slug of moisture on the way. Once it does start raining, light to moderate rain much of the mid to late afternoon hours and into tonight. Did have a little bit of sunshine earlier. That has since gone by the wayside this afternoon. 61 degrees, lots of clouds and showers developing from south to north throughout the afternoon. Not going to rain the entire weekend. I'm updating a graphic right now to show you how much of the weekend will be dry. I'll have that coming up for you this half hour.
At the time, they either hang up or no one picks up.
Jordan Kemp, like so many others, cannot access his unemployment benefits right now, and it's happening all across Pennsylvania and 18 other states as well. Channel 11's Christine D'Antonio found out the problem traces back to one bank.
This Brackenridge father of four says he's done just about everything he can think of to try and access his unemployment funds. He has tried calling numerous times, emailing, even using the app associated with his account. And he's been doing this for a week and nothing has helped. So he reached out to us and we found out he is not alone.
Everything's just like shut down. I don't know what's going on. I tried to call several times. It's busy. I've called the Relia card. I get no answer, I get no response.
Like millions of others, Jordan Kemp is currently on unemployment. He was given a reloadable prepaid debit card or Relia card issued by U.S. Bank, which Pennsylvania utilizes to provide funds for those out of work. Kemp says after his card became damaged, he tried to reach out to U.S. Bank to get a new one, but Kemp says his card was frozen and he had no idea.
I just randomly checked it and there was like about $600. So I tried to go to the gas station and get some gas, and my card declined because they locked me out of my cards.
So Kemp tried using the U.S. Bank app to try and transfer the funds into his bank account, but he was locked out. He tried emailing several outlets, and he also got on the phone trying to speak to an actual person.
Like I said, I have about 12 hours of whole time.
Week, Kemp tried calling and calling and calling.
Every time they either hang up or no one picked up.
He tried calling at a variety of different times, even in the middle of the night, and searched to find a U.S. bank regionally to address things.
Yeah, but there's no U.S. banks in Pennsylvania. The closest one's Akron, Ohio.
Today, U.S. Bank addressed the issue, saying our call centers are currently experiencing wait times that are longer than usual due to the sudden and unprecedented number of unemployment claims across the United States. Our Relia card product supports customers in 15 states plus the District of Columbia. To fix the problem, the company says it's added call center staff dedicated to serve Relia card customers, enhanced customer self-service options via call center, website, and mobile app, and activated a separate call center to accept calls related to fraud inquiries. I'm Christine D'Antonio, Channel 11 News.
Federal health officials are preparing for a dangerous combination. They say a second wave of the coronavirus could coincide with the start of the flu season in the fall. According to officials at UPMC and Allegheny Health Network, if a new wave of COVID-19 collides with the flu season, they'll be ready for it, but it's also hard to know what's coming.
If they were both competing to create illness, we lose many people to influenza every year if they competed together. Sometimes, though, viruses actually one kind of extinguishes the other, and I don't know how this will play out 6 months or a year from now.
The CDC is advising Americans to get a flu shot this summer, so when winter arrives, hospitals will not be overwhelmed. Take a look at this ring. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary wedding band, but it's actually a smart ring that's now being used to track symptoms of COVID-19. And Channel 11's Kara Sapida spoke with the local doctor who helped develop it.
Right now, 400 doctors and nurses on the front lines fighting COVID-19 are wearing smart rings, similar to this one. New technology that can hopefully identify signs of COVID-19 24 hours before you show any symptoms. In the fight against COVID-19, these smart rings are being studied, a way to predict if someone will test positive before they show any signs. It looks like a wedding ring.
It is like a wedding ring, and it's got some sensors inside that measures your heart rate, your temperature.
Dr. Ali Razai and a team of WVU neuroscientists have been studying these rings on 30,000 patients for the last 3 years to determine if someone has seasonal flu before showing symptoms, helping patients with pain management, addiction, and Alzheimer's.
And we quickly adapted the technology towards those that have exposure, high-risk exposure to COVID. Positive individuals.
Right now, 400 frontline healthcare workers are wearing the rings from West Virginia to Pennsylvania, New York, and even Europe. They call it digital personal protection equipment because it can potentially identify infected workers 24 hours before they show symptoms and limit the spread.
When you get, for example, infection, whether it's a influenza or a COVID, your body is affected initially for days before the symptoms come on.
Take a look at your screen. The ring sensor monitors the nervous system, heart rate, respiration, temperature, as well as sleep, cognitive ability, behavioral, and psychological factors. Doctors are working to advance the science, hoping in the near future the artificial intelligence will detect the virus 3 to 4 days before any symptoms emerge.
The response has been overwhelmingly positive. We're getting requests from all over the country for this technology, and it's simple, a ring and an app on your phone. That's all it takes.
Just some interesting scientific work going on behind the scenes. I also found out 1,000 more rings are shipping out this week, plus they've given some rings to COVID-19 patients who are in recovery, trying to identify why some of them have mild symptoms and others are rapidly declining. I'm Kara Sapida for Channel 11 News.
What gives everybody like that hope that, okay, like, you know, we can get through this.
That nurse from Shaler helping fight coronavirus in New Jersey. Her message to everyone back home.
And as the weather gets warmer, you can expect to see more people on bikes. What's being done to keep riders who use a Pittsburgh bike share safe?
We've all slowed down, hunkered down to keep our distance, and the weather's helping to hold it together.
It's getting us through our day, our chance to get outside.
So while we're all figuring out our new normal,
one thing you can always count on, Severe Weather Team 11.
We're here.
Or here.
Forecasting your weather.
When you need to get outside for some fresh air, or you need to plan an indoor activity.
We'll be here to keep you safe at home because we're severe weather coverage you can count on.
from where you live.
Watch Channel 11 News at 5.
As the weather gets warmer, you can expect more people to use Pittsburgh's bike share program and rent a Healthy Ride bike. That company is an essential service. It does continue to operate during the pandemic, and they want you to know they are following CDC guidelines, and they have crews out every day disinfecting bikes and kiosks.
We're also prioritizing stations that are near hospitals, grocery stores, pharmacies, those essential locations that are starting to see a lot more traffic with our bicycles.
Healthy Ride is also asking you to be a good neighbor and wipe down the bike before and after you use it.
Eat and Park isn't just the place for Smiley cookies. It's now the place for milk, bread, and even toilet paper. The company launched a temporary grocery program Wednesday. They will provide Turner's milk, Saloni's bread, and Heinz ketchup, as well as toilet paper and regular items in the restaurant. Officials say that it's their way to help try and limit the number of trips you have to take outside your home. COVID-19 is taking a heavy toll on rural hospitals. Why help from the government may not be enough.
I would hate for Pittsburgh to have to go through this.
How that Shaler nurse is doing on the front lines of the coronavirus pandemic in the shadow of the Big Apple.
Channel 11 News 11 and 11 means you get 11 minutes of news and weather
Before the first commercial.
It means live coverage of breaking news, local news, and your first look at weather.
All before the first commercial.
Channel 11 News 11 and 11.
NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
We're a team you can count on to cover stories that impact your life.
Whether it's across the street or around the world.
Channel 11 News at 6.
And NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
Channel 11 News 11 at 11. 11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial.
A standing ovation from one group of first responders to another. New York City police applauding out-of-state nurses leaving their hotel for their final shifts. A nurse from the Pittsburgh area is one of the nurses who's helping out in that area. Channel 11's Sarah Martin spoke with her and learned about the impact this assignment is having.
Before Shaler native Jacqueline Clocko can even enter her New Jersey hospital, she has to be prepared. She has to put on her mask, wear gloves, and get her temperature taken. These are all steps that are in place to make sure she's protected from an area that's been overwhelmed by the coronavirus.
Less than 6 hours in the car separates Pittsburgh and the New York City suburbs. But for local nurse Jacqueline Clocko, that's where the similarities end.
It feels like a whole different world, and I would hate for Pittsburgh to have to go through this.
Last week, we introduced you to Klocko as she was about to begin a nursing assignment in Bellevue, New Jersey, a coronavirus hotspot.
It's not just like travelers are needed to help with the influx of patients, it's also to help with the staffing, because half the staff is out with COVID.
Working 12-hour shifts on the front lines, she describes scenes that are haunting.
I actually saw in person 2 big, like tractor trailer type trailers, just stacked shelves on each side of just body bags.
And others full of resilience.
When a COVID patient is taken off the ventilator or is being discharged home, they play Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles over the speakers throughout the whole hospital. And it's just so cool. It gives everybody like that hope that, okay, like, you know, we can get through this.
It's hope Klocko carries with her into the hospital every day. Hope that what she's experiencing now and over the next 12 weeks won't follow her home to Shaler.
It makes me feel more lucky to live, you know, be from Pittsburgh and live in Pittsburgh where it's not quite like this. But it also makes me very grateful that I'm here to help.
Now, Klocko says this experience is really putting the entire pandemic into perspective. Her advice is to social distance, follow guidelines, and wear a mask if you're in a public area to make sure that we don't experience the same thing that's happening just a few hours away. Reporting tonight in Pittsburgh, Aaron Martin, Channel 11 News.
We are getting a better idea of the impact the coronavirus is having on rural hospitals. 80% of rural counties in America have reported new cases. In southern West Virginia, Williamson Memorial Hospital filed for bankruptcy last year. Now that hospital is expected to close any day.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
A lot of cloud cover across the area. The rain showers slowly pushing in from southwest to northeast this afternoon. Live look at tower cam, 59 degrees, so about 10 degrees warmer than it was for a high temperature yesterday. We're only going to cap off at about 61. Clouds thicken up, rain showers move in, temperatures will begin to come down. Live look at our PennDOT cameras right now. I-79, Kerwin Heights, dry roads, but those rain showers are already starting to work their way into Greene County, Monongalia County, southern Fayette County as well. Leading edge of this, having a hard time reaching the ground, the air relatively dry, but a lot more moisture back to the west. So we'll get this all going over the course of the next several hours, and by this evening, widespread rain for the area. So anything you want to do this afternoon, do it earlier, better than later, at least a couple more dry hours for the Pittsburgh area and north, and then the rain really starts to overspread the region this afternoon. So if the kids are itching to get outside, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock, the better hours to get outside. Here's Storm Tracker this afternoon. Here comes the rain late this afternoon into this evening. By 6 p.m., rain starting to become a little more widespread, and widespread rain through the evening hours. Now, the heaviest rain is going to be south of I-70. Could be a quick clap of thunder down in Fayette County, Greene County, and Monongalia counties as well. But most of the area, just a steady light to moderate rain most of the night tonight and into first thing tomorrow morning. As we're starting tomorrow morning, Channel 11 Morning News, 4:30 a.m. Moderate rain already east of Pittsburgh, but we'll wrap in more showers during the course of the morning hours tomorrow before just tapering off to isolated showers during the afternoon. Tomorrow's one of those days where the morning is going to be worse than the afternoon. Not saying the afternoon is going to be perfect, but at least a little bit better with just a spotty shower in a couple locations. And as we head towards sunset tomorrow night, we'll really begin to pull those out. 60 for the high temperature tomorrow. Again, rain in the morning, isolated showers in the afternoon, and a widespread 2 to 3 inches of rain possible through Sunday from Allegheny, Westmoreland counties on south. Now keep in mind, that's a 4-day total, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but still wet around the edges this weekend. I think 60% of the weekend will be dry, with the better day this weekend looking to be during the day on Saturday, because most of Saturday should be dry until late in the afternoon. Your weekend always in view. 64 on Saturday, a couple afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Then Sunday, off and on rain throughout the day. I think the rain's steadier in the morning, a little less during the course of the afternoon. As we go through the day on Sunday, you'll notice temperatures really start to pick up. On Saturday, 64. Sunday, a little cooler with a high temperature of 50 degrees.
Well, if you like getting information about new products and how to save money, you're going to like local steals and deals. Lisa Robertson has what you need to know.
Hey guys, I'm Lisa Robertson with Local Steals and Deals, and we love finding small companies with great ideas and introducing them to you. Now, we've been doing it, you've been loving it, and then there are these 3 top fan favorite, oh my gosh, can't get enough of them ideas that we thought, well, let's just put them all together. All right, this is the prep sealer, and I don't know about you, but it kills me to throw away food. I hate throwing away food. I love good food, and it's not cheap, right? I'm going to invest in good food. Prep Sealer helps you keep that food fresh up to 4 times longer. It preserves the flavor and the texture and the freshness. You can do large things, you can do smaller things, you can do beverages. We have the fresh sticks, but these are all great ideas from Prep Sealer, and I love the fact that they're going to save you money. And by the way, they're offering this for us at 40% off. So that's just an investment in a better dinner on your table every night. I love that. Charge Hub. How many devices do we live with now? Aren't you astounded at that? I'm like, I got my iPad, I got my phone, I got this. I'm like, oh my gosh. This is actually a company that's pioneered charging a lot of things at once. So this is one of the great ideas they have for you. We have the X5, you can charge 5 things. We have the X5 Elite, actually has wireless on top. We have portable charging. This is just an example of the great ideas that they have for you to really make your life more simple and keep your family from fighting with each other over the outlet, right? All these great charging ideas, 30 to 50% off. This just makes your life easier, and the mental health involved and the lack of fighting is more than worth it to me. Then grocery shopping. Grocery shopping is something we all do, right? All good, but it's a little frustrating, and I always forget my bags. These are the Lotus trolley bags. I love these because they go right in your cart in the grocery store. This one is insulated. Your food goes right in. The food goes into the bags go into your car, then it goes into your home, and everything is organized. So now there's a special sleeve for eggs and wine, and things aren't going to break. By the way, did you know that the average American family uses 1,500 plastic produce bags a year? These produce bags, reusable, rewashable, take the place of all those. No more plastic produce bags. All these great ideas are actually 40% off right now. So these obviously are 3 ideas that you love, we love, you've asked us for consistently, and we thought, why not put them all together, because they're 3 of the best ideas ever. They're all on localsteals.com. They're all great companies we love introducing you to, and we'll see you next time.
So I went back, and by the time I checked again, it was gone.
A stimulus check error. The welcome surprise this woman got when she went to check her balance. Coronavirus can't keep this local teacher from her students. Reading, teaching, and making crafts online. She's finding ways to connect while staying apart.
It's really touching to see someone else care about your child.
Coming together in a time of crisis makes us proud to be from Pittsburgh.
Proud to be from Pittsburgh. Brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Great cars, great people. For a great deal on a Honda, visit shophonda.com. Fresh on Channel 11 Morning News.
Today, the North Hills Community Outreach will distribute free food to people in several different communities. People living in the 15202 zip code can pick up their food tonight at the North Boroughs Food Pantry. That's at Greenstone Methodist Church. It's going to run from 5 until 7, and this is for families who live in parts of Ross Township, Bellevue, Ben Avon Heights, and Avalon and Emsworth.
Many people felt a sense of relief when they got their stimulus check, but a Wisconsin woman was shocked when she saw her bank balance had changed to $9 million. The woman got a notification earlier this month that said her check had been deposited, and when she stopped at the ATM the next day, she saw a lot more zeros on her balance.
Of course, I wasn't going to withdraw to spend it because I kind of figured the IRS would come after me.
Probably right there. She says the millionaire status only lasted for about 45 minutes, and when she checked her balance again, it was back to normal. Too bad. That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast is tonight at 5.
Until then, have a great day and stay healthy, everyone.
Is happening in your neighborhood, Channel 11 News is there.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, and Butler.
We cover news everywhere you live, not just downtown.
We're in Aliquippa, Coriopolis, and Moon.
Bringing you stories that impact your town. That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
More local news from more neighborhoods. That's a fact.
We're in Bethel Park, South Park, and Mount Lebanon.
When you want news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News.